Welcome to another episode of Drunk Guys on Chick Flicks, the podcast that gets drunk on school nights, but like white wine drunk, so it's probably fine.
Totally fine.
I'm your host, Matt, and with me as always is your co-host, Gary.
Hello, you son of a bitch. It's Garrett. My name is Garrett. There are T's at the end. Move along.
Move along.
Which episode did you say?
Move along.
Move on.
Move on.
Move on.
I don't know, like 1, 2, 5, 9. So many of them.
All right, this is...
Garrett, what are we watching today?
We're going to watch... She's the Man.
Did you not know what we were going to watch?
I forgot what we were going to watch.
Okay, to be fair, I kind of picked it on the spur of the moment. I was just like, yeah, She's the Man.
Yeah, so we're going to watch She's the Man with starring Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum.
Tanning Tatum.
I said Tanning Tatum earlier
Like
today,
a bunch.
Matt won't let it go.
And Laura Ramsey and Vinnie Jones and David Cross is...
I only know David Cross from those three people.
You know Vinnie Jones. He's the Juggernaut, bitch! You know, from...
He's also from Gone in 60 Seconds, right?
He's also in, like, Eurotrip. He's, like, the big soccer dude. Like, you know, they make friends with him.
Who is the other person you mentioned?
Oh, Laura Ramsey.
Who is that?
I don't know. She's the third billed person on this movie.
Well, okay.
Would you I mean...
That's fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
You've never been fine.
I'm fine.
Written by Ewan Leslie, Karen McCullough, and Kristen Smith, and directed by Andy Fickman.
Has Andy Fickman directed anything else of note?
Well, he's directed other things. I wouldn't say of note. He did Race to Witch Mountain with The Rock.
Like the first one or the second one?
Was there more than one?
You bet your bippy there was.
I think the first one. It didn't say 2.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So the one with The Rock. So he's worked with The Rock, man. He's got rock chops.
I mean...
I just want you to take back your not of note comment, you know?
Well, I mean, he also did Paul Blart Mall Cop 2! Not the first one. Didn't even get in for 1.
I hate him. All right, so moving on. Is there any trivia for this movie?
I mean, there was. I didn't care for any of it.
Okay. So you could have just said no, and I would have said, oh, okay, I believe you.
I could have, but I didn't. All
right. So this is Amanda Bynes. This is pretty early Amanda Bynes, right? And
it's kind of like her, not like her first, like foray into movies. Like, she had, like, another movie before this. But it's, like, just off the tail end of that, like, weird sitcom she did with Kelly from 90210. What I Like About You.
Oh, yeah, I never...
It was that ended in 2006. This movie's also in 2006.
Okay.
And then, like, after that was which kind of blew me away. I actually didn't realize how few things she was actually in. She was, like, in this...
But she's pretty famous.
Weirdly famous.
Well, she did all that, and she did the Amanda Show.
Yeah, but, like, come on.
Dude, all that when I was, like, 10.
Or, no, like, I get it. It was good, and, like, at that time...
Remember the song, though? Did you just harmonize me on all that?
Hey, come on. Think about it.
We're best friends.
So after this, there was like that weird like remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Like, I don't remember. She did that.
Sydney White.
That was it.
Whack.
Wiggity whack. She also did Hairspray, and then she was in Easy A, and that was like it.
I actually like Easy A.
Easy A is great.
That Emma Stone movie.
Emma Stone.
Right?
The Tooch is in it.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Sandman and
she's
and
like
Lisa Kudrow.
She's like the really religious, like over the top, judgy girl in that.
Yes,
movie,
correct.
Right? Shit. So all right. So this is 2006. We're living in a pre-Enchanted world. Right.
Yes, Enchanted was 2007. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Pre-Enchanted world, and she loses her mind in about 2010.
Wow. Yeah.
She lost her damn mind.
Everybody goes through stuff, you know. I go through stuff.
Are you backing Amanda Bynes right now?
I don't know. Did she do anything?
I think she's pretty reprehensible.
Did she do anything bad to anyone?
No, she's lost her damn mind.
I think we both know nothing about this.
I feel we both know
I'm confident
nothing.
we both know nothing about this. Also, as far as like Channing Tatum, is this like kind of before Channing Tatum was Channing Tatum?
No, I think he wasn't Channing Tatum's like first big thing, like Step Up or whatever. Wasn't that like his big entrance? To the movie.
Is this Step
industry?
Up or Step Up 2?
No, he was in Step Up. He was like the guy in Step Up.
Do we know when Step Up was?
Step Up was in 2006. But this was earlier 2006. This came out earlier than Step Up. So maybe this was before.
So this is pre-Step Up.
Yeah.
We're living in a pre-Step Up world at this point.
Yeah,
also.
he was in nothing good. Oh, he was uncredited in War of the Worlds as Boy in Church.
That's fine.
Have you ever seen War of the Worlds?
I actually like War of the Worlds.
I've never seen it.
The Tom Cruise one?
I've been so put off by everyone telling me how bad it was that I was just like, okay, I don't need this.
I don't know. I watched it with my dad. And we were both like, huh, all right.
Hey, does Tom Cruise run in it?
Oh, dude, he runs
because he runs all the time. That's all he does is he runs.
All right. So what are we drinking today? Oh, I picked the beer actually because you won the bet.
Because I won the bet.
So we don't really know anything about this movie other than she dresses up like a man, and
she is the man in the movie.
I literally just Googled it and read the IMDb synopsis. So I understand that she dresses up as a man, and it's like her twin. Like she has a twin brother in the movie, so she is taking his place by dressing up as a dude and saying that she is her twin brother. So
as we all do.
Loose connection here. Twin Fork Beer Co. We're drinking a beer called Crescendo IPA, but a Twin Fork. See? Twin, because twins. Because they're twins in the movie, and the beer has twin. I
just feel like you do so much less work than I do when it comes to this podcast. Like you don't even try when it comes to the beer choices.
Well, I mean, it's twin. It says twin.
Hey, Garrett, did you call me from the beer store?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought that was me being thoughtful.
It was you being thoughtful. I appreciate it. To be fair, I told you to get something else, and you were like, "Nah, stupid. Bye."
I am my own man.
You are your own man.
So Twin Fork Beer Co. It's an IPA. It's kind of heavy looking. It's 7.2, so it's a little closer to a double, but excited to drink it nonetheless.
Never had it, huh?
No. Have you had this
No.
before? Yeah. No.
Interesting.
No, never. Do we come up with a bet?
Didn't you say? Well, you read the synopsis of it.
I have an idea.
Synopses.
Do you want to hear this idea?
Sure. I mean, you get to pick first anyway, since you lost the bet last time. Like you get to bet first.
Because I lost.
Correct.
Because I lost the bet.
Again.
Because I lost the bet.
Again.
Okay. So this is going to be a ridiculously long explanation of the bet, but I'll do my best.
He'll do his best.
The IMDb synopsis says she has a twin. She dresses up as the twin. The twin is not at whatever school. I don't know if it's like a boarding school or college or whatever. That he's not there, but I guess he's supposed to be there. She then dresses up like a guy and is roommates with Channing Tatum, who is like very obviously going to be the love interest for her as a lady. Okay, like when she's not dressed up as a dude, right?
Why can't he be the love interest for her when he's a man? She's a man.
Well,
these pronouns are hard.
Because I think the hilarity of it is that like they're like friends, and then like when they're like whenever she's dressed up as like just Amanda Bynes.
How many times do you think he like when Amanda Bynes is dressed up as a dude and she's walking away? Does he like weirdly check out the ass like as she's going away?
Yeah, I'm sure that's peppered in there. Like he's like really confused.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm positive that that's gonna be a thing. But from the IMDb synopsis, there's another female character that develops feelings for like Amanda Bynes when she's dressed up as a man, right? So she's like kind of falling for Channing Tatum or whatever, and I think there's a female character that's falling for her dressed up as a dude, and then her brother comes back at some point from the synopsis, from what I can tell. My bet to you is because she's gonna end up with Channing Tatum. Like I'd put money on it, right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone always ends up happy.
Right. So my thing is these movies don't like to disappoint people. So the girl that falls in love with her while she's dressed up as a dude is going to fall in love with her brother at the end of the movie, or like end up with her brother or go out with her brother or something. And I'm saying that that's the bet. I'm saying that the brother comes back and the girl who was like interested in Amanda Bynes dressed up as a dude will end up with the brother.
I feel like it's too convenient. I feel like it's like with whatever's going on in this movie as the plot. I mean, again, I've never seen it, so like I would imagine that the majority of it is like the hilarity of like all the slapstick of her like getting caught in situations where regardless. I think that it's too much to put that whole like subplot in there. I don't think the brother's gonna be that big of a part of this movie. I'm gonna say no, sir. I'm gonna say no, thank you.
Okay, so that's the bet.
I don't care for it.
That's a bet. There's no number. There's no prices right without close without going over. There's none of that shit. It's literally just, I think the four of them, those four characters end up happy at the end. You're saying,
not so much.
Yeah, not so much. Basically, okay. All right. So, do we have anything else? The beer covered.
We did the beer. No, that's about it.
All right,
we did it.
So, I mean, if you're gonna watch along, if you haven't already seen She's the Man, pause this here, and we're gonna go watch this movie. And as always, we're sorry for whatever happens next.
And we'll see you on the other side,
baby. school soccer and the labyrinth of heteronormative gender roles.
And hilarity ensues.
Yeah. I
Supposedly?
we just watched She's the Man, which neither of us had seen before.
And it was a roller coaster. It was a damn roller coaster.
It was a roller coaster in a number of ways because there were a number of points in this movie where I was like, what the fuck are we watching?
It was rough in a lot of spots.
Yeah, and I think ultimately I kind of liked it. Definitely didn't dislike it.
By the end of the movie, I'm on the same page as you. I actually was just like, this movie was not that bad. And I still hold that it would have been pretty good. It would have been like pretty good if there was anyone other than Amanda Bynes in the lead.
Yeah, yep, I agree. I didn't love the way she played it. She had this weird voice affectation the whole time, where she kind of like to sound like a boy, like
put on a southern thing. Yeah,
I hated it.
If this was like Emma Stone or like a young Jennifer Lawrence in the role,
Lohan would have killed it.
Or even Lohan at the time, I would have been like, this movie is hilarious.
Yeah, I think it really even like someone we don't know.
Right, it could have been anyone else.
I felt like a lot of time we were just watching her do a show from
the Amanda show.
The Amanda show.
Yeah, it just seemed like a really, really bad. I mean, for her, a really bad like skit from one of those really shitty like early Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah, let's lead in here with 3 sentences. I think I went first last time.
You want me to go first?
And you did poorly last time. So here's your shot of redemption. 3 sentences or less. Give us a plot synopsis.
Okay. Girl tries to prove herself as a viable soccer player. Takes over her twin brother's position in a boarding school. Period. 1 sentence.
That's 1 sentence.
Yeah, it was 1 sentence.
Woof.
Well,
all right, that's fine. 1 sentence. Go ahead.
Well, now you're just psyching me out.
You're doing great.
I feel less than great.
Really icing the kicker on this one. Here you go. 2 more sentences.
Icing the kicker?
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's a sports thing for sports guys?
No, I don't know anything
yeah,
about
no, it's sports. So.
Sports guys!
Hey. You are killing me.
Gender roles force awkward situations because of I don't know, dude. I'm having a hard time piecing sentences together at this point. Has a hard time, whatever. Girl has a hard time, keeping her secret. Brother eventually returns home from wherever, London, and hilarity ensues. Done. 3 sentences. You go. You do it. You do it better.
My eyes glazed over just now.
Well, that's fair.
And I got mad.
My eyes glazed over earlier from all the beer.
I hate you so much. So, all right, 3 sentences or less. Ready?
Always ready.
High school girl who is really good at soccer finds out that her high school girls soccer team has been cut and tries to try out for the boys soccer team.
That's 1 sentence.
Fine.
Period.
Is shut down from doing so, and her boyfriend at the time basically says girls can't do what boys can do, and it causes her to go impersonate her brother at another boarding school.
Period.
She impersonates her brother to play soccer so that she can beat her ex-boyfriend's team at her old school.
Period.
And a bizarre love triangle develops.
Okay.
Hilarity ensues.
And hilarity ensues.
Also, New Order, Bizarre Love Triangle. That would have been a great song to be on the soundtrack for this movie.
What?
New Order, Bizarre Love Triangle.
I don't know this jam.
Wow. Every time
No, of course. Oh, yeah.
Down on my knees. It would have been really on the nose, but perfect. You want to talk soundtrack?
Sure. The soundtrack is kind of all over the place.
It was more than medium, though. I would say it wasn't like stellar. It didn't knock me.
We had
out of my socks,
No Sleep Tonight by the Faders, Wasteland by Matt White, Love Is All Around by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Well, that's the Mary Tyler Moore song.
Yes.
That was during
correct.
the first montage where they're like turning and making her look
The
like
first
like
of
her
many.
brother. Yeah.
There was way too many montages.
I
And
think there were only like 3 montages in the movie.
Still a lot. Montages, and I'll hold to this, montages are an easy way for movies to waste time.
No, not waste time. Like I feel like in this movie they were like expositional, but like through visuals instead of like, you know, like it was like, oh, and now we'll just like cut to the chase. She looks like her brother now. She looks like a boy. She got short hair. Right. That's the first montage, and then the second montage is like a training montage for her getting better at soccer.
Right. Like the Rocky IV training montage. It was like similar and almost as good as the same when he's training to fight Drago.
I would argue that it's better.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. No, I've
Please tell. Please do.
I've absolutely nothing. The Veronicas of Forever was in this.
Sure.
Most notably, though, I think the soundtrack, it came together for me at the end because we hear 2 All-American
Not
Rejects.
one,
Yeah.
but 2 All-American Rejects songs.
Was the first one was
Dirty Little Secret.
Dirty Little Secret, which like when that shit comes in and it's like they're playing and they're playing
Garrett
soccer.
Got jacked up.
I was like, I like soccer now. Look,
Wow,
check this
weird.
out. Yeah, and then
Football.
very end, upon resolution and everything, when it's the happy ending, you get move along.
You get the huge like Tom.
Yeah, a little more triumph, and then it fades out. But I mean, decent soundtrack. I thought, like, telling of the times, but like
It could have been a lot worse. That we've had movies that have had a lot more pathetic soundtracks than this.
We've also had a lot more movies with like no notable songs. You know, like
are we talking about like Made in Manhattan?
Well, yeah, Made in Manhattan didn't really have many notable songs whatsoever. But even like again, like my number 1 on list, While You Were Sleeping,
had very few notable songs.
It just had soundtrack jazz piano throughout 90% of the, you know. So this is so this is like right in the middle, I think, in terms of soundtrack. It's pretty good.
Sure.
We didn't talk beer, so
I really liked what we've been drinking.
It's a Twin Fork Brewing.
Yes. Because she was a twin.
Yeah, Crescendo IPA. Right.
There was a fork in the road, I guess.
Yeah, you're reaching out.
Really,
just twin. Just the word twin. The word twin was there, so we're good.
Tell you what, it was really great.
It was killer beer.
I really liked it, and there are some bad IPAs out there.
There are some very bad IPAs. Actually,
this is not one of them.
I generally like IPAs, but like I had never heard of this brewery. It was killer. I would totally drink it again.
I will drink it again.
And again, it was like on the boozier end. It was like 7.2, and it wasn't technically a double, but it was really close.
It got me there.
Yeah,
it got me where I needed to be.
Everyone knows.
Everyone can tell.
Yeah, for real.
Wow.
I mean, we were going to kind of talk broad strokes. Like I liked, by the end, I liked it. I had difficulty with it.
I had a lot of difficulty right towards the beginning. I was just like, I'm checking out.
Well, there's a lot of leap of faith, like just like, you know, she does not look like a boy throughout, 90% of the movie. She
kind of looks like a young Justin Bieber.
Yeah, she just looks like a person with short hair and soft facial features.
Yeah, chubby cheeks.
But just like soft, like just she's not sharp features, you know.
Sure.
She's just like, so maybe she looks like, well, I don't know. You're just like,
also
you can tell.
One of my things is that she's going to this weird like what is it? Not
it's a boarding school.
A boarding. That's what I was trying to look. The boarding school to play soccer, and then like the first practice, they're like, all right, hit the showers, and she's like, oh no, what do I do?
I actually thought they did that like a number of times where it was like she's gonna have to be naked because it's locker rooms or showers
and
or
the
whatever
hazing,
else.
and then
And I thought they did that a number of times, but I was never really like annoyed by it. It was always kind of like quick and painless enough. When
agreed, but it was it also just seems one of those things that like if you are someone who plays a sport on a frequent basis, which is what they posit, that like she would know better. Like you would just know, after practice you hit the showers.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't the best plan, Matt.
Listen.
It was far from the best plan.
She did not think this through.
It's actually really funny. Like, there are a number of times in the beginning when she's first getting settled into this new boarding school that she goes to where it's like she's either pretty sure she's going to get found out or you're pretty sure she's about to get found out. And she does not get found out. But the whole time I'm like, aren't the stakes pretty low right now? Like, wouldn't you just like, aren't you just going back to your other school and like, shit, I can't play soccer? Like,
speaking of which, can we talk about how she's taken over her brother's position at this new school, right?
yeah. So set this up real quick.
What?
Like, we'll just
the brother disappeared. She has a conversation with her brother, who's a musician, because of course he is.
He's so punk rock.
All right.
But
he says he's going to London to like try and play with his band and make it as a musician, which is fine.
The only reason this works though is that they have divorced parents that don't really talk. Right. So they say like, oh, I'm staying with mom. Oh, I'm staying with dad. Whatever.
Nice touch. I mean,
like fine, it blended itself. Right. But the only other reason it works is because they went to the same school. He got kicked out of the boarding school that she had she was at in the beginning.
That was not a boarding school.
Well, whatever it was, the high school that they were at, he had gotten kicked out of that.
Right.
And she's like, well, you already got kicked out of wherever, Academy.
Shelton Benjamin.
Academy.
You
know, and the people over there, like, and, you know, so he's supposed to go start at this boarding school, and he's like, oh, I'm going to go chase my dream with my band in London, you know, me being 15, 16, whatever. I couldn't tell how old they were supposed to be. They never
actually distinctively, like, said what year of high school they were in.
Right, and there's like some weird nudity stuff later
there's
on.
A lot of weird nudity
stuff. So it's like we assume they're seniors and 18. I don't know. But like it only is possible because he's going on a trip for 2 weeks and he's like, cover for me, not telling mom or dad. But so
what I was trying to say before is that so she takes over for her brother and she goes to this boarding school. Why is her current school where she's supposed to be enrolled
never looking for her?
100%. Like, not calling home being like, hey, just so you know, Viola hasn't shown up to class in days.
Ferris Bueller missed 1 day of school.
And they were searching
on
for
him. I mean, actually, he missed school nine times. But this one day, he wasn't there. And they like that Principal Rooney is all over shit. So
Rooney was also like a weird sex offender.
Where's Viola's Principal Rooney, though? Wow. That's very funny. Yes.
It's real life. That's a
Rooney,
real thing.
Yeah, Rooney, yeah.
Sex offender. Sex pest.
But where is the Principal Rooney of Viola's school? You know? There's never a question asked. Like, her friends are maybe covering for her, but like I feel like the administration's not following up. You know?
I mean, listen. In today's America, you follow where the kids are. You know where they are at all times.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's certainly some sort of attendance monitor, I'm sure. Anyway, but yeah, that was definitely an issue, and we both looked at each other and realized that, like, at the end of the movie, like, we didn't ask ourselves that question until almost the end of the movie. Like, but what about her school?
We get why people think that he's there, but where is she supposed to be?
Right. When she first gets to like the I guess the dorm at the boarding school, also it's like where all the sports teams live, and she's walking down the hall of all these boys just like
sports ball,
throwing balls back and forth and back and frisbees and hockey sticks and all this shit. And it's like sports.
It's also balls, a lot of like weird first person camera where everyone's like looking directly into the lens and like you guys can't see me, but I'm doing like weird motions. Sorry.
He leaned in.
I was doing some weird shoulder motions.
You were leaning.
But they're all like looking dead center camera, being like, "Woo, sports!"
Yeah, it was weird. Her roommate is Channing Tatum. Can we just cut to the chase real quick on something though, and I think it'll help us wrap up some plot points and also some other really important issues here.
Okay, I know what you're getting at, and
who won the bet, Matt?
You won the bet, and I will say
it was touch and go.
It was touch and go.
I was shaking in my boots.
So I mean, it's not. I'm going to give you this one because it's not directly stated that the brother, when he comes home from London, and the girl who is supposed to be in love with her.
Are you suggesting that because it doesn't show them get married?
I'm saying that you won on a technicality.
I didn't want. You
won on a technicality.
This is bullshit.
Sandbagging son of a bitch.
I'm mad. So anyway,
are you Matt or are you mad? I'm Matt. You're Gary.
I won the bet.
The vote.
Okay. I won the vote.
The vote.
So whatever. So Channing Tatum's her roommate. She like kind of tries to befriend him because he's on the soccer team as well, and he's like a really good soccer player.
He's a really good soccer player.
She's talking to him. She realizes he has a thing for this blonde girl, Olivia.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I could not.
Then, like as you could have predicted, Olivia
likes
falls for
Sebastian. Her as Sebastian.
As Sebastian.
Talking about Sebastian as a name.
I had a cat named Sebastian.
You had a cat named Sebastian?
Yeah, when we were little, there was like a real like Little Mermaid phase, and we named him after
Sebastian.
From it was the crab, right? The lobster, the crab,
The crab. It was a crab.
So what do you have to say about Sebastian, Matt? I guess I've already stated my position. I'm for it.
I guess, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, you're for it. I'm for it too. Me too.
Cool.
Cool.
So anyway, so that's like a little love triangle thing that's going on there.
I don't even know if you can call it a triangle because there's so many components. It's like some weird, like 7-pointed something or other.
Yeah, so what's in Channing Tatum likes Olivia likes Amanda Bynes dressed as Sebastian.
Amanda Bynes likes Channing Tatum, but also was an ex with the guy who was the goalie from the other team.
Right. And then there's the ex-girlfriend of real Sebastian
who's
is trying to hunt down Sebastian the whole time.
Right, and then real Sebastian shows up and like kind of falls for real Olivia. I'm not real Olivia.
Well, so
only Olivia.
So like the only thing that it's funny because so Olivia ends up with Sebastian at the end, which is why I win the bet, right? So
presumably.
It's funny because the only real basis for that is
if you want to call it that,
is that Olivia sees lyrics to real Sebastian's songs,
which she like pulls out of
Amanda Bynes' notebook
backpack
or something.
Notebook, which also, why would she have?
I think she just like took his shit.
Yeah, but instead of just like having fresh notebooks for a new school year, I don't know.
I like to start fresh.
I love to start. I need a crisp 3-ring binder.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
Dude, they like the holes break.
Your holes break.
The pages come out. You lose everything, and then you have to buy those fucking stupid little ring things to put around the page to fix the page.
No, you just be a person and you just shove everything into the binder and then shove the binder into the fucking backpack.
No,
your sweet leather bottom JanSport.
I used like those composition notebooks, like actually almost to date, like through like every level.
The marble ones?
Yeah, you don't lose pages, man, and they're wide ruled for my big stupid fingers.
Your big stupid sausage fingers.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Yes. Yep.
So I don't know. It was pretty funny at points. I think in the beginning I like couldn't get past she just looks like Amanda Bynes.
Right, but also she like the weird voice affectation and like the fact that she like I don't know. It was just like this weird swagger that they put on her that like all of her friends were like, yeah, that's what a boy does. I'm just like,
oh, her friends. I didn't recognize one, but the other one, Amanda Crew from Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
like fucking 12 years ago. She looked basically exactly the same, maybe a little younger, but she looked
same
like
face.
Yeah,
she looks exactly the same.
Then
like the hairdresser guy who like
he's from stuff, but I don't know who that is.
But I'm just saying that like her friends were like, yeah, that's what a guy does. I'm just like, that's not even close to what a guy does.
Yeah,
it's not even what a guy looks like.
Quick hagaloogie.
Yeah.
Nope. Don't do that.
That's
just gross.
Show me the swagger, and then she like starts like
she kind of like grabs her
convulsing.
Yeah, like I don't know. It doesn't. None of it.
It was a lot that I didn't care for.
I didn't like the accent or any of that.
I really didn't care for it. I got to tell you, and I don't know. We said it before, but like, give me Emma Stone in this, and this movie is almost flawless. Like it's actually, you know what makes the movie for me? David Cross. David Cross is fucking awesome in this movie.
David Cross, I mean,
he's awesome in everything.
A handful of other like pretty funny moments that kind of like pulled it out for me, and honestly, like, can I tell you? First of all, Channing Tatum, like, I think he's like mid-20s in this movie.
26, 20, 25, 26.
Fucking devilishly handsome guy.
He's a handsome dude.
Like horrible.
And this is before he becomes like a big, bulky
he's like
dude.
He's like a wiry, like just handsome, live male human.
No, not live. Live. THE.
Oh, I don't even know that word.
He's like wiry. Like
yeah. Yeah, he's terribly handsome in this movie. And he's also like, you like him. He's
not a bad guy. He shows his sensitive side a couple times.
But he plays kind of like a
meathead.
Well, he's like a jockey guy, but he's also like
his name's Duke.
Clearly
for the first time over 2 times that he plays a Duke.
That's true. G.I. Joe.
G.I.
motherfucking
Joe. I
Joe.
guess 3 times because he plays Duke twice.
Yeah, but doesn't he die like 3 seconds into the second movie?
Correct.
because he didn't want to do it, and then
He
people didn't
never wanted to do it.
That was actually people didn't want to see that movie without him, so they reshot.
But
like
the second one had the fucking Rock in it, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I know. Listen,
you know who it didn't have? Marlon Wayans.
which is fine.
Which is fine.
Which is fine. He was fine in the first one. Anyway,
The first one was not a good movie.
This episode isn't about G.I. Joe and or G.I. Joe 2, Matt.
Rise of the Cobra.
No, that's the first one.
Is that the first one?
Yeah.
Retaliation is the second one.
Yeah.
Can we make it about G.I.
Here
Joe?
we go again, though.
G.I. Joe!
Is that the
Real
song?
American hero.
Oh, yeah. That's there. I didn't recognize it at first. But he's good, and he's, like, sensitive, and he's, like... I don't know. It's funny. It does, like... it does a funny thing where Amanda Bynes, like, thinking dudes only talk about butts and stuff, like, does that thing where she's like, damn, look at the booty on that. Want some of that.
Which was aggressive, and I hated it.
It was aggressive, and her, like, the stupid voice she was doing was really frustrating. Yeah. But Channing Tatum, like, 3 separate times was like, don't do what you're doing.
Why are you doing this?
They
are people too.
It's actually, I actually liked that in this movie.
No, I did too.
It's like, what are you, why, I don't know. I like that. He was like, I don't know. He was not a douchebag. He was kind of that one simple character.
They were having that one, like, heart to heart where he's just like, I don't know why you're like this. I just, like, want to, like, talk with my significant other and, like, have real talks about things and stuffs. And I was like, oh, he's a sensitive guy.
Yeah. No, I definitely like that. The only 2 people so there's 3 people in the movie you're meant to not like, right? Both exes, the ex-girlfriend for Real Sebastian and the
Little Sebastian.
Ooh, love it. And the ex-boyfriend who's like, girls can't play sports, blah, 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 blah.
Babe, I never said that you were better than anyone on my team.
And
the coach.
Well, no, I was gonna say like the dorky guy that's obsessed with Olivia, the blonde girl.
Okay, so 4 people because the original coach is also kind of a douchebag.
Right. That whole first scene too is so heavy-handed.
Yeah. Girls are bad, boys are good.
It's like, this is me talking. This is science.
Yes, this is science.
And then the best burn in the movie. I feel like we've done this in a couple episodes. Best burn in the movie by far, or at least like retort. In the beginning when the ex-boyfriend is saying like, oh, like I never said like you were better at soccer than boys or whatever, and he's like, and conversation's over, and she goes, oh well, relationship over. I was like, ooh.
And then like slaps him in the face.
Scorching burn.
Right?
Oh, doesn't she slap him like a couple of times?
A handful of times.
There was actually a lot of violence in this movie.
To the point where Channing Tatum...
No. Oh, come on. No.
What do you mean? No. Go ahead.
All right. So that's not the best. That's the best fight, but that's like the last fight. Well, kind of, right?
It's not even a real fight.
But there's a fight between Channing Tatum and the ex-boyfriend.
Which is actually pretty hilarious.
It's pretty good. There's a fight in the bathroom of some debutante ball, which we'll get to... not the ball. Some debutante fucking junior club association.
Getting to know each other. Blah, 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 blah.
Where it's like a tag team match between Olivia and Amanda Bynes fighting Real Sebastian's ex-girlfriend, because Real Sebastian's ex-girlfriend like thinks Olivia is actually after Real Sebastian. Meanwhile, Olivia is after Amanda Bynes' fake Sebastian.
Right, correct.
But that's like a pretty knockdown, drag-out fight, and it's like 5 minutes.
And you know what? Really entertaining.
There were a couple points though in these various fights where you're like, oh, like dead. Like, oh, like her head just hit the bathroom floor. Like she's going to the hospital, and she just like,
hitting the tile floor real hard.
At the fair, they get thrown through like a glass popcorn machine.
Can we talk about the fair for 1 second? Because I get it was supposed to be like that whole, oh, I have to beat both people at the same time, like trope.
Can we go back to that because we're doing the fights? The last fight, the last quasi fight, and the funniest fucking thing. There's a one point where Channing Tatum is yelling at Amanda Bynes dressed up as Sebastian because he saw the girl, Olivia, that he liked kiss other Sebastian.
Monique is Real Sebastian's ex-girlfriend.
Right.
Sorry.
But he sees Olivia kiss Real Sebastian.
Right.
And he thinks Amanda Bynes as Sebastian has betrayed him, so he's getting really mad and like kind of throwing shit at her in the dorm room, and he's like getting in her face, and I was like, is he gonna punch Amanda Bynes in the face?
He's gonna hit a girl.
We were so positive. I imagine like the like, I just the absolute ridiculous fucking scenario of like Channing Tatum punching Amanda Bynes in the face, not realizing
Like, for
she
reals?
was a woman.
Yeah.
Just like, because it felt like it was going there. Is that so fucking ridiculous?
It really felt like it was
She was
heading
like backed
right
into a corner.
Me and
I
Garrett
was
were just like, oh
I
no.
was like, is that something this movie would do? Would he hit a woman not realizing it was a woman and then later deal with like the shame, like of the remorse and horrible feeling of like, I just punched this like disguised human in the face. I don't know, dude. I got a little nervous, but also like laughed a lot at the possibility of it. So yeah, all right. So go back to the fair. The fair is very funny because it's a situation where her mom calls her and tells her, "Well, I expect you and your brother to be there."
Well, her mom, also played by Julie Haggerty, who's also the mom in Just Friends, who I love.
Oh yeah,
Joyce.
Yeah. Why are you at Joyce's house?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a really good movie.
She's great.
Too. I don't know if that belongs on our list, but we'll examine that
It's
later.
been on a couple lists. We'll see.
But yeah, I mean, it's like such a classic fucking mess around scenario
Of
of
course.
like, you have to be both costumes at once.
Okay, but my problem with the whole situation is that she unnecessarily changes a bunch of times.
At least twice she changes,
twice.
and then nothing happens while she's in the other costume or whatever.
Right. So at one point she gets onto like what the scrambler or whatever the fuck it's
It's
called.
basically the
Sizzler.
teacups.
Yeah.
It's basically the teacups.
And she starts changing in this open air, like, I don't know, seat or whatever that's like flailing around, and you're like, oh well,
it's not.
this
like,
is crazy.
It's not like faster than light.
Right, people
like,
can
people
see this.
you
People
on
can
this
see
thing.
you. But also at the very end, when the ride stops, she looks to her right, and there's a child in the booth with her.
So that's the first time that she changes in front of children. And then literally 3 minutes later...
But between here and 3 minutes later, nothing happens.
Right, nothing happens there. But then literally 3 minutes later...
She dives into a bounce house.
She dives into a bounce house to get...
the girl.
To get away from Monique, the evil ex-girlfriend of Sebastian.
Right.
No, she dives in as Sebastian.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah.
She drives in like the boy costume, right? And then there are kids bouncing around her, and she's not changing from like
a pants to a pantsuit.
She's not like putting a hoodie on over a t-shirt,
right?
You know, she's changing from a like
little red
like
dress,
chinos, and a t-shirt to a little red dress with like no explanation. So this is time number 2 that she changes fully into a dress in front of children, bouncing in a bounce house.
And they're just fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking weird. It's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing.
And then she makes out with Channing Tatum at the fair, and then that incites the fight because the ex-boyfriend sees that. But she
incites one of the many
fights. She makes out.
They
with him
smash through like
the
a
popcorn
machine, and there's glass shards in everyone's necks and jugulars and
hospital visits. Hilarity ensues. So I mean that was pretty funny. I don't know. So I think you've already touched upon this. Did you have a favorite character in this movie?
Oh, I mean, it's David Cross.
It's so fucking
by
David Cross.
Lisa, because he's just Tobias Funke
from Arrested Development.
Arrested Development in this movie, where he plays like the headmaster of like the boarding school. Yeah. But then like in every other scene you see him, he's doing another job. Like he's the
cafeteria food,
guy.
Like food server.
He's chopping like the hedges or whatever. He's a gardener.
He's a gardener.
Are you being a fucking asshole?
You're just drunker than me. It's funny.
I hate you.
So yeah, no, he is really funny. He's just absurd like the whole time. Absurd. His mannerisms are really funny, but it's not.
It's
not
David Cross
silly.
being David Cross.
It's not like too silly. It's not
a little silly,
but it's not like stupid silly.
Like the first time he meets Amanda Bynes as the Sebastian character, he like hops into a chair like a cat. Yeah, and he's just like, "Tell me all about you."
She like touches his plaque. He's like, "Don't
ever touch it.
Don't you ever do that. No." Just little shit. His little mannerisms and shit are very funny, but he's the funniest at the end.
Really good.
So, honestly, the movie is like kind of like
it's formulaic.
Yeah, but it's kind of like I didn't really care until the last like half hour, I would say, and then the absolute climax of the movie is there's
the big soccer game between the two schools, her original school and the boarding school as.
Yeah, which is set up hilariously in like one expositional phrase in the very beginning from the old coach that tells her like girls can't play soccer with boys or whatever, where he's like, well, we can't do that because in the first week of the season we play so and they're our nemesis.
Right.
And you're like, oh, okay, that'll be the big game. That's like the big match. That's like.
Can we also talk about the time frame of this movie? Because
2 weeks.
2 weeks. It all takes place 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not enough time for people to. I don't know.
This is another movie where people fall in love like immediately. And like,
yeah, but I mean, they're also they're high school, right?
I think they're supposed to be like between 16 and 18.
Right. So it's high school. It's puppy love.
Yeah, but like, I'm saying, just generally, like
love isn't real high schoolers.
A number of these movies we've watched, even again, While You're Sleeping, I fucking love While You're Sleeping. She falls in love with Bill.
It's also 2 weeks.
Bill Pullman, not Paxton. Like in the 2 weeks.
Bill Paxton.
In the 2 weeks that like the brother's in the coma, and she's like, "I love you and I love your whole family. I don't want to marry you forever." And it's like, I understand that like I think you could love someone quick, or you could know real quick. But like for like a high school person to like within 2 weeks of playing soccer with someone and lying to them, be like, "I love you." Right. I'm like, I'm a little rough there.
I don't know,
but it seemed genuine. You know, I'll tell you that.
You lied to me for 2 weeks straight.
All right, so let's just break down this like climactic game at the end because it's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny,
and it's like honestly.
Well, here's my thing: is that real Sebastian shows back up,
right?
And all of a sudden he goes to his dorm room where fake Sebastian, Amanda Bynes, has been kicked out by Channing Tatum after their big fight.
Right, after he almost punches her in the face.
Right. Terrifying.
Seemingly so.
Terrifying.
Right.
So he shows up and he passes out in his bed. And Channing Tatum wakes up and he's like, it's game day. And he sees real Sebastian in the bed and he's like...
Doesn't see his face.
Fuck this guy.
Doesn't see his face.
Yeah, of course. But for the first time ever sleeping without a shirt on, which is, a weird thing.
Oh, that's new. Better go play my soccer game.
So real Sebastian wakes up and like walks out into the hallway and they're just like, what are you doing? You got to get ready for the soccer game. And this guy, having never been to the school, is just like...
not been here for 2 weeks.
It's just like, yeah, all right.
Like, as far as we know, doesn't play soccer.
Never mentions soccer, even a little bit.
Like, it just cuts to him walking out of the locker room with the rest of the team with... like tiger face paint on, which is supposed
to like inform the audience that like no one can tell that it's him because he's got face paint on.
Like, no, he still looks like a man.
Yeah, it still looks like Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes. Shut up. I hate me and I hate you.
You just cracked the case,
motherfucker.
How does it feel? No, but he walks out and he's playing. He starts playing the game, and Amanda Bynes is not in the game. And he sucks.
Well, clearly, because he's never played soccer in his fucking life.
Right. So, at like halftime, I guess, or whatever,
Amanda Bynes pulls him aside, no one notices.
This is before that.
Is it?
The ex-girlfriend, Monique, who has like stumbled upon Amanda Bynes' plot of like that she's been dressing up as him,
and finds the weird creepy guy that's like
Malcolm, who's the guy who's been
pining after,
creeping on Olivia, the blonde girl that Channing Tatum likes.
This is a tangled web.
They like go to David Cross and they're like, we have discovered that she's an imposter. She's not really Sebastian, whatever else. And
she's a she.
They march out onto the fucking soccer field mid-game. And they're like, of course she's not very good. Look, she's not even a man. And he goes to make an announcement with a fucking bullhorn in front of a soccer stadium full of people.
It was aggressive. To
say that this person dressed as a man is not a man, which is a fucking lawsuit.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God.
Multiple lawsuits.
It's so insane. Like, you're like, oh, here's this person going through something, like, dressing like as a, whatever, like I don't know, like dressing, like pretending to be a man when she's really a woman, whatever it is, right? There's like some gender swap issue thing going on here. I'm going to call this person out in front of
hundreds and hundreds of people.
It was insane.
Which is even made worse by the fact that the real Sebastian's just like, oh no, I'm all man.
And he's just like, prove it.
Rips down his shorts and he's just like, look at the dong. There it is.
And again, like, if they're 18, it's weird. If they're younger than 18, it's horrifying.
But also really funny because the dad, who we just meet in the soccer game for the first time.
The last 10 seconds of the movie.
Yeah. He goes, That's my boy.
That's my boy's big swinging dunk. That's my teenage son's big swinging dunk in front of hundreds of people.
Attaboy.
It's so fucking odd.
It's weird. And like all the girls are like, hey, good for you.
It's fine. Everyone like kind of congratulates him, like without saying anything. But yeah,
it was weird.
The attaboy, that's my boy thing was so fucking weird.
It made me uncomfortable.
It was funny though. Like I did laugh.
I mean, I laughed openly.
And it prompted the funniest line from David Cross where he screams in the nerdy guy Malcolm's ear.
Yeah, he stops for a second. He's like, well, we're going to take a minute to reevaluate this. And then pulls the bullhorn back up to his mouth. And he's like, Malcolm!
He just screams in the nerdy guy's ear. It's so fucking good.
It's really good.
But yeah, so then it's like, oh, I guess like you're wrong, you fucking dum-dums. Like it's,
big idiot.
It's been a man all along. It's been the real Sebastian all along. Whatever. So then Matt called it as we're watching it. Halftime, they switch. She comes out swinging. She fucking is like killing it in the soccer game.
But Channing Tatum is still mad because he thinks that she's real Sebastian.
And like that she betrayed him with the
Olivia
girl that he likes. Yeah.
Too many people.
And then...
Too many cooks.
So the game's all tied up. Right?
Of course, because of fucking course it is.
Also, do you know what I love? The ex-boyfriend, the dickish ex-boyfriend...
Is the goalie.
Of
course.
Like, to make it as, like, directly adversarial as possible. It's like...
Right, because she has to score the winning goal on the ex-boyfriend.
Like, it's so good. But, again, I know you were...
I was trying to do it.
You get a whistle?
I can't do it.
Can't do it. You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing everyone.
We're embarrassed. So she needs Channing Tatum to like. She needs the teamwork to make the dream work here to like fucking to win, right?
I really appreciated you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So like she has to come clean. Like they basically call a timeout, and she's like, "No, like I didn't betray you. I actually love you.
I didn't betray you." In that fucking way.
I've lied to you a lot.
I betrayed you a bunch.
Like so much, but not in this way right this second. And she like pulls off her wig and she got the long hair underneath, which like she has that really long hair like very well under this wig. I feel like that was not
pretty well.
That was not.
But also, I forget who it was, but someone's like, yeah, well, a wig doesn't prove that you're a guy.
Right. And then she flashes a whole stadium of people with her breasts.
Which again, she's a high school student.
If she's 18, weird. If she's younger than 18,
illegal.
Fucking weird and illegal.
Yeah.
But
and everyone's just like, hey, okay.
And again, there is kind of like a wow sort of moment. Everyone's like, hey, all right.
I'm surprised the dad wasn't just like, that's my girl.
I know. $5
or the mom at least.
$5 it was edited, or the mom, right? The mom being like, "Well, that's my girl." Like,
exactly.
Edit it out. I guarantee you that was like they wrote it down and it was like a strikeout.
You know what? People won't care for this.
They're like, too much. Everything else fine. Dong stuff fine. Boob stuff. Cut it out.
Cut it right out.
So she flashes the whole stadium, and again, you're like, all right, so they're doubling down on this.
Wow.
And then
they win the game because of course they do.
Yeah, he's still like upset, which I actually liked that he didn't just immediately forgive her, because I feel like that was definitely, but like Channing Tatum is still like upset. Channing Tatum is still fuck you. Is still upset, which like I actually was like, oh yeah, like you'd still probably be upset,
right? Yeah, I mean,
like, that this person...
you lied to me for 2 weeks. I've been sleeping in the same room as this weird.
Right, like you were trying to orchestrate a romance for me at one point, but then you were also this person that you knew I liked, and you were listening to me talk about you, but yeah, right. Cue the fucking Benny Hill music. It was some ridiculous shit, but they win the game. They fucking win the game, and it's her. She scores the final, like again, like that.
Because of course she does, yeah.
Like she fucking nails it. She nails it. She scores the goal with.
She does like a sweet spin move on wires.
It was like the move that like
Crouching
she had
Tiger,
worked
Hidden
on.
Dragon.
She had worked on that move with him during a montage.
Was that real?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
So they win. Whatever. Then
there's a lot of acrobatics in this fucking soccer.
Yeah,
it looks like soccer.
It looks like they're on wires. They're like flipping around and shit. It's like really pretty fucking funny. I also made a note that the trash talk from the ex-boyfriend as she's trying to score that last goal is hilarious.
I'm in your head. I'm in your fucking head.
I'm in your head, aren't I?
Ooh, girls can't do this. Guys are better.
Not even in that moment. He's literally just saying, yeah, you can't do it. I bet you can't do it. I'm in your head now, aren't I? It was the weakest trash talk you've ever heard in your life. But they win. Real Sebastian then gets introduced to Olivia. They walk away together holding hands and like totally.
Which I still contested was like the happy ending for the both of them. But regardless, like you move on and you find out that like they all end up at the debutante ball supposedly anyway, which is weird.
Right. The two exes end up together at the ball.
Of course they do.
Then Olivia and Real Sebastian end up together at the ball.
Which was kind of what I let Garrett have, that he won the bet.
Yeah, then like in post credit, post credit scenes, like they got married.
Clearly, and they had children, and like the children played soccer.
All of it, yeah.
Right.
And then what's her name? Fucking Amanda Bynes ends up with Channing Tatum. Right. That's great. Happy movie. Here's a question: what the fuck is a debutante? What the fuck is a junior league? And what the fuck is a debutante ball?
I gotta tell you, I have no idea.
I've only ever seen or heard those, like, of these things, like, in movies.
Sure.
And
I always think of, like, cotillions, but I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's the same thing.
All right, so I'm looking it up as we speak. A debutante is a noun for an upper-class young woman making her first appearance in fashionable society.
Sure, but, like, is this, like, a Southern thing?
I have no idea.
Okay.
And then a junior league is an association of women committed to promoting volunteerism and developing of women and improving communities. Something.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah,
it's a nice thing.
I don't know why it's called the junior league. That was like kind of weird to me. I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that?
I don't know what that means.
And the debutante thing. I mean, like, this doesn't happen, right? This isn't like a thing. Like the debutante, like
I think it is
a debutante ball, like a thing.
Yeah,
I've only ever seen it in movies.
I would imagine it's probably the only thing.
Maybe it's a regional thing.
Well, you know what isn't another thing that's only in movies? Kissing booths.
Yeah, fucking gross.
Right? We talked about this earlier.
Gross. Like the Channing Tatum's like love interest originally, Olivia, the blonde girl, is like he's like waiting online and
to like make out with her.
His friends are like, she's only kissed like 200 guys already.
That's fine. Like,
that is
herpes.
A fucking recipe for illness. That is like it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's like a weird thing.
I believe that kissing booths are only a thing in like movies and TV shows, honestly. I mean, I may be wrong. I don't know. But like it seems like something that's at least a thing of the past. For sure.
Right. Like, do you think you like start a Z-Pack before you start working?
You just get real in like a couple days before you do the 1, then you do the 2.
Right, like day 3 of the Z-Pack, you're like, I guess I'm
ready for this kissing booth.
This is fucking weird. So I mean, again, we've said it like 3 or 4 times. I liked it enough.
It was pretty good.
By the end, it was enough. It was good.
I thought it was pretty good. Again, like it would have been better if there was anyone else in the main role, but I thought it was fine. I thought I laughed a bunch.
What do the critics have to say about it?
So the tomato meter is 44%. So they didn't love this.
That's the critic score.
Yeah,
that's not great.
The audience score is 79%.
People
hate this movie,
but I get it.
No, I get it too.
Like I see what people liked about it.
Me too.
But I also see what critics hate about it because she's
terrible.
Well, at least in the first half of it. Like when she's just her, it's fine. And it's actually kind of funny. But when she's playing the boy part, especially in the beginning, when she's like trying to figure out the boy part, it's like not. It annoyed me.
It's a little offensive.
It annoyed me. It's just, more than anything, though. I was just kind of like, oh, that sounded dumb. That was not
right. No, I agree.
I don't know. And they like weren't in the South, and she threw on a Southern hat.
I mean, they might have been in the South with the whole like
debutante ball thing.
Debutante ball, yeah.
But I mean,
and soccer. No, I'm kidding.
I get it. This is actually like roughly what I would have expected from the scores. Like maybe a little bit higher critic score I would have expected, but 79. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, not bad. Where would you have rated it?
Where like on my list?
Sure. Yeah, on your list.
All right. So this is movie number 12.
We are episode 12.
Right.
Movie number 12.
So it's definitely bottom half.
Yeah. Well, for sure.
But for me, this movie beats Spice World. It beats Crossroads. It beats
Spice World.
Yeah,
that's insane.
For sure. It beats What Women Want, and it beats Made in Manhattan. So this is number 7 on my list. So we've got
Run It Down,
While You Were Sleeping number 1, Devil Wears Prada number 2, Pretty Woman number 3, Clueless number 4, Other Woman number 5, 13 Going on 30 number 6. Oh shit. No, so yeah, Enchanted number 7. So this would be number 8 actually. I'm sorry. So then this is number 8. Then Spice World, Crossroads, What Women Want, Made in Manhattan. So number 8. This is number 8 for me. How about you?
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't incorporate Enchanted into my list from last time. So we're gonna spitball this real quick. It's number 1 is Devil Wears Prada. Number 2 is Pretty Woman. Number 3 is The Other Woman. Number 4 is While You Were Sleeping. Number 5 is Spice World. Yeah. Number 6 is Clueless. No, I'm sorry. Number 6. Yeah, number 6 is Clueless. Number 7 was probably Enchanted. Number 8 is Crossroads. Although I'm going to tell you right now, this I would put She's the Man at number 8.
Okay.
Move Crossroads to 9. Made in Manhattan. I'm sorry. What Woman Wants 10. Made in Manhattan to 11. I'm so lost. How did I miss up? Oh, and 13 Going on 30 was...
That's last?
No. 13 Going on 30 was 7. I'm sorry. I
I
messed the whole thing
both
up.
Fucking up our list.
Yeah.
Here. You know, I'm really glad that I could introduce The Other Woman into your life. That it's number 3 on your list.
You didn't introduce that into my life. I saw that as a child.
The Other Woman?
Oh no, The Other Woman. Yeah, no. That was a great one. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of While We Were Sleeping.
No. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. All right. Did this movie die? I feel like I've seen it on television here and there.
I've definitely never seen it, but again, I just don't watch that much cable TV anymore.
But also, like, I know a decent number of people who have a soft spot for this movie.
The reason that I picked this movie on like a last minute thing was because people requested it.
Really?
Yeah.
More than one person?
2 people.
Okay. Yeah, no, but I definitely
People were like, you know what you should do? You should do She's the Man. And I was like, I guess.
I guarantee you people, like, just remember the last 30 minutes. And they're like, oh, the last 30 minutes are funny.
Sure.
I don't know. It was pretty good. Definitely, you know.
I would recommend it to another person.
I definitely would as well.
I thought it was fun enough. If it's on TV and, like, you got nothing else going on, watch it.
Do you know what I also liked?
Don't pay for it, though. This is one of those movies I'm saying, like, don't pay for this movie.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what I like? The drama in it is
I really love the magic and the flying.
No, but the drama in it is, like, it's there and it's entertaining enough because it's like he likes her, she likes him, they like him, she thinks he's someone else, whatever. And it's there.
The love octagon.
But it was never, like, stressful. You know,
Sure,
some movies you watch and the drama is like, oh, God, what's going to happen here? Like,
You get uncomfortable because,
Oh, are they going to miss out
This
on
isn't that.
love?
Are they going to miss out on love?
Are they going to miss out on love right now?
Oh, my God.
But they didn't. They didn't miss out
No
on
one
love.
misses out on love at all. Even the parents get back together, or it's implied that they do at the end.
They go to kiss, but then they don't.
But then they, like, exchange emails.
She's the Man too. If that doesn't exist, I don't think
She's the Man too. Man up.
Whoa. Like, step up to the
Right,
streets?
Step Up to the Streets.
Got it.
Also starring Channing Tatum.
I hate you so much. All right. Well, I mean, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
for
I think
this,
that's
right?
mostly-
we hit all
what I
our
got.
bases.
Yeah.
If you've listened this far, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'd really like to say, I mean, we don't say it that often, but thank you guys for listening in general. Like, really appreciate the patronage.
Yeah. If you want to contact us, Drunk Guys on Chick Flicks on Instagram, at DGOCF on Twitter, drunkguysonchickflicks at gmail.com for an email.
There's a Facebook, but fuck
Fuck
Facebook.
so hard. Let us know if you want a different movie or if you hate our fucking voices.
I hate our fucking voices.
I do. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, me too.
Well, anyway, thanks, guys. See you next time.
Bye.